Hi, I'm Kristin Duncan. I'm a real estate agent in Orlando, Florida. And today I'm filming this video because I want to have the conversation with you that I have with all of my potential home buyers that are considering new construction. We really talk about these same 4 or 5 points, so I thought it would be great to put it in video format to use it as a reference after we've had the conversation, or if you're someone that's beginning to consider new construction, this is a great place to start. So first of all, I'm going to explain to you the 2 most common types of new construction in Central Florida in Greater Orlando. The first one is going to be production. And this is done by your big builders. They buy a tract of land, your D.R. Hortons, Toll Brothers, Pulte, MI Homes, the list goes on. And these are homes that are not yet built when you sign the contract. So you are going to choose your finishes, choose from a selection of floor plans. This isn't a custom home. You're not going to be able to most likely move walls and do large adjustments, but you're going to be able to choose your finishes. The average build times in Central Florida right now are between 6 and 12 months. So you will see this from start to finish. The second type of home that is most common is called a spec home. And this is where you have a fast closing time. Usually it's done or very close to it when you purchase the home or sign the purchase contract, but the builder has chosen all of the finishes. They have the exterior, the landscape, the color packages inside, so you kind of just buy a brand new home, but it's already done. This doesn't sound attractive to some people, but a lot of people love this because you don't have the decision fatigue. You already have so many decisions to make when you're purchasing a new home. This will relieve that decision fatigue. And the other great thing with the spec homes are that you get the interest rate of that day. When you build a production home, you're going to have the interest rate that is 5 months, 6 months, 10 months down the line. We don't exactly know what that's going to be, so we can't estimate your exact payment, but we can give you kind of a range of what we think it would be. With a spec home, you're going to be able to choose your exact payment. So the second point we're going to talk about is financing. It's a little bit different when it comes to new construction than it is with a resale traditional style home. So most builders are going to be happy to take the traditional kinds of financing. Cash, of course, they love. Conventional, FHA, and VA loans. You can use those when purchasing a new construction property. Now, the builder is going to ask for a deposit up front, and this will go towards your balance at closing. This is not an additional amount of money. However, be aware, based on the builder, this can vary quite a bit. So I have a friend, Sean, that sells houses in Ocala, and you can buy a house there for as little as $500 to $1,000 down. That is unheard of in Orlando. Most of ours are going to be $5,000 plus, $10,000 plus, and this varies depending on the price of the home and the type of loan that you are using. So there will be more additional funds needed at closing, but that upfront deposit to secure the property will be needed with new construction. So with most builders, you are going to be encouraged to use the lender that they partner with. You don't have to. In fact, I recommend getting quotes or having a consultation with other lenders outside of the builder lender, but the builder lender is often going to offer some incentives. Maybe they say if you use their lender, you get $10,000 towards the design center or $5,000 towards closing costs. There's all kinds of different incentives. Again, varies with the property price and what the market's doing. Right now, as opposed to a year ago, there are a few more incentives than there used to be. So it really depends on the market. Now, be aware that when you buy a property that you are building from start to finish, some things are going to change with your mortgage. So for example, your taxes are going to be low when you first buy the property because they're going to base those taxes on the lot only. The county hasn't yet registered that your house is built. So about a year, 6 months to a year, year and a half into owning the home, your taxes are going to go up quite a bit, which will change your mortgage rate because you now have a house on the property. So of course your property taxes are going to go up. And the final thing to really remember that's highly important is the interest rate. If you buy a spec home that is already built, you get today's interest rate. If you are closing on the property 6, 8, 10, 12 months down the line, you're not going to be able to lock an interest rate until it gets closer to closing time. So it could go up, it could go down, but you really want to plan ahead for that. And again, I can't recommend enough. Speak with the builder's lender and another lender to get 2 ideas of what's going on. So let's talk warranties. Builders are typically going to offer you a 1-year, 2-year, and 10-year warranty. Now the 1-year warranty can come in really handy. It's a workmanship warranty. So if there are things that are wrong with the property, kind of make a punch list the first year you own it and contact your builder when you're about 10, 11 months into ownership, and they're going to fix a lot of those items. Now, if you have a dog or a kiddo that puts a dent in the drywall, they're not going to fix that because that wasn't a builder's mistake. But if you have a door that doesn't quite open right because it wasn't installed correctly, or you have a piece of tile that maybe sticks up more than the rest, those are things that could be, or highly likely to be considered workmanship or to fall under the workmanship warranty. The 2-year warranty is going to be for systems. So these are things like appliances, your HVAC, electrical, plumbing. If you have some of those major issues, now again, if it's due to the homeowner error, they're not going to cover it, but you can file a warranty within those 2 years for systems. Now, the 10-year warranty, it is a structural warranty. And I'll be honest, in almost 12 years in real estate, I have never had anyone actually use or cash in on their structural warranty. It's not going to cover the items that I previously mentioned. This is if there's something that's a safety issue and caused by the builder. So the main example of this would be, let's say you find out you have a faulty roof, that the roof construction, you have a roofer come out and look at it, and the construction was done improperly so that it's unsafe for the homeowner. There's a risk of it caving in. That would be something that is potentially covered as a structural warranty. But if your roof is just worn out, or there was a hurricane and it's not good after 9 years, that wouldn't be covered. And I'll be honest, 80% of things that are structural, problems that are structural with the home, soil movement, for example, if you have some settlement, that's outside of the builder's control. So there are very few things that are going to be covered by that 10-year warranty. Let's talk timing. I would love to say that we can perfectly time the sale of your current home or the end of your current lease with you moving into a new build. I wish I could say it was perfect every time, but that's not the case. Typically, the builder is going to quote you 6, 9, 10, 12 months to build, and they're going to do their best to stick by that. But I tell all of my customers, have a plan B, because we've had windows that don't come in from overseas and they have delayed us 2 and 3 months in closing. We have had shingles that have delayed us in closing. There are all kinds of things that can happen. So please make sure you're remembering to have a plan B when it comes to selling your home or ending your lease and buying new construction. And also know that this is going to be covered in your contract with the builder, and they are not liable for this. Again, I'm not an attorney. I'm going to recommend that you have your builder contract looked over by an attorney. But just know that builders are planning for this, and that they aren't going to put you up in a hotel for a month or pay your rent for 3 months if there is a delay. This is going to be up to you, the homeowner, to solve this. We do our absolute best to help you with that. We're very lucky here in Central Florida. We have a lot of short-term rentals available, especially in this area. We're 14 minutes from Disney, where I am right now, from Magic Kingdom. So there's going to be lots of short-term rental options. So in Central Florida, we do have an advantage because of the plethora of short-term rentals available. So finally, we're going to talk about being represented by a real estate agent during your new construction process. First of all, you don't pay us. The builder pays us. Typically, they are not going to give you that discount if you don't use an agent. So it's kind of a no-brainer, in my opinion, that have someone represent you. We cannot always negotiate the actual contract that the builder writes. Very little can we do that. They have that written by an attorney. It's a standard for their company. We are sometimes able to negotiate some things for you. Refrigerators are often not included, blinds, garage door openers, washer and dryers. We have been able to negotiate those things in the past for some of our clients, depending on the market and the builder. We do a lot of walkthroughs of new construction of all kinds of properties. And the average homeowner does not see construction from start to finish. So let us go with you on those walkthroughs and point out anything we see. We are happy to speak up on your behalf and ask the builder, what is this? What happened here? I think you forgot this outlet. Whatever it may be, we're happy to do that. And if you're out of state, we can take lots of videos. I actually think it's a really great idea to have video walkthroughs of your house before it's finished, so that you know where the plumbing is in the walls, where wires are run, just all kinds of things. We've had that come up with many of our clients where they were happy they had videos of the construction process throughout. So these are just a few of the many things we can help you with as a real estate agent. We're happy to go to the design center with you. We're happy to explain closing paperwork and help you with that. We're here to help. You don't pay us. Have someone represent you. And don't forget, they're not bad people, but the representatives with the builder work for the builder and the builder's best interests. We are here to work for you and your best interests. So thanks for watching this video. Again, I'm Kristin Duncan. I've been a real estate agent in the greater Orlando area for almost 12 years.